there? All right, we're live. Hey, welcome. Got a special guest on today. We're going to be chatting about this idea of communicating with the body. I know you've had this experience. You've been out, you've read an article, you've been at a store, someone's been raving out about a particular herb, food, supplement, whatever it is. And what do, right? We want to try it. Okay, I got to get this, I got to get that, right? And you get all this stuff, but is it really actually what your body needs? Wouldn't it be amazing if you had a technique where you could communicate with your body and it could tell you, yes, you need this. No, you don't need that. Well, this is possible. This communication is possible. And our special guest today, Greg Webb, he's been working in this field. He's been master of this practice, been teaching this to so many people for so many years. He's going to share with us a little insight into how it works, to demonstrate it so we can see it. And we'll test it out. You guys can watch. Please post any comments down below. If you're watching the recording afterwards, still post some comments. I'll get to those anytime. If you're liking it, give us a thumbs up. If you're just joining us, say hello. And welcome, Greg.
I'm just going to start with saying I'm just delighted to have the opportunity to do this. This is... Malcolm has an absolutely lovely store down here. He absolutely does. If you haven't been to the Light Cellar, you got to come. It's down on Bowness Road, Northwest Calgary. It is a treasure trove of really high potency, fabulous healing ingredients. Well selected, nicely done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. For sure. And
so then,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Kind of like Malcolm was saying, there's a treasure trove of spectacular, supportive, healing nutrients to be had in grocery stores and specialty organic stores, in your stores, and like you say, the internet is abound with articles, magazines are abound with articles, friends' conversations are abound with information, and it all sounds good, and you want to buy it all, right. And you want to eat it all, and then you go, now what? I spent all my money that I was going to pay my mortgage with on supplements or whatever the case may be, right? But the objective is really to be able to spend your money wisely, have what your body needs, and as well find a method and a venue of allowing your body to tell you stuff. So here's the good news. The good Lord designed us incredibly complexly, incredibly simply, and just a spectacular design that does all the time really do its best to try and tell us things. And the trick becomes being quiet enough to listen,
right? Knowing
how to ask, and then paying attention to the advice that you're given. Because if somebody constantly gives you advice and you never pay attention to it, are they going to keep giving you good advice?
No.
So what we're going to be talking about is called muscle monitoring. It's also called muscle testing. It's some parts of the world it's called kinesiology. But it's basically a form of body biofeedback. And by body biofeedback, what that does is it provides a conversational honoring of what your body knows about you, what you're an energetic match up to, what would help support you in your health, a whole variety of things. Like Malcolm was saying, my name is Greg Webb. My background is a registered massage therapist, but I've been teaching classes in muscle monitoring since 1994. I've been on the National Board of Directors for the Canadian Association of Muscle Monitoring Sciences since 1998. Qualified to teach over 20 classes in muscle monitoring sciences. So it's a language that I speak quite well.
Yeah.
Got pretty close to 100 certificates of training. And the thing that I really appreciate about having muscle monitoring sciences as part of my personal life, my family life, and my clinic life is, like I said, it honors the fact that our bodies are incredibly well designed. In a clinic practice, it enables the clinician, the client's body to guide me through and cherry pick the best of my menu, enabling me as a clinician to succeed where oftentimes others don't, which is really good. So if you're a clinician out there and you're looking for a way to enhance your practice, it's fabulous. Muscle monitoring is wonderful for that. If you're looking for ways of helping your family, let's say you've got some family members that their tummies are individual, and that happens pretty common. You got different members of the family where some are okay with some foods and some are not okay with other foods, and you end up, now how do I cook a meal that's good for everybody? Well, muscle monitoring, as we're going to be demonstrating here, can help take the guesswork out of which foods are suitable for which family members, including yourself, which ones are not suitable. And anything that's not suitable for your body is also an invitation to go see a clinician, such as myself or somebody else that does nutritional clearing, to get the stress removed from your body towards that nutrient. So it does expand your options of what you can buy and eat without a tummy response or an immune response, that type of thing. So that help is possible as well through muscle monitoring.
That's amazing, because I know a lot of people who are on this diet, this healing journey, right? It's often this narrowing, which, you know, has its benefits at times, but we don't want to just narrow in life. We want to have that expansiveness. So this also allows people to expand.
It does.
Yeah, good.
So the broad spectrum nutrients is what we want to be able to intake.
Yeah, for sure.
And it all starts off with being able to narrow down and tune into what your body likes. So we're doing a class here at the Light Cellar that is going to be the evening of Tuesday, October 1st, 2019. From 7 till 9.
That's right. So that'll be like kind of the in-depth. You guys, if anyone coming to that, you'll kind of get that practical experience. You know, Greg will walk you step by step, show you. You're going to get to practice it. We'll be testing out different foods for any of the skeptics, right? I mean, I'm sure you can do this blindfolded too. You know, you think you like this, but body says otherwise, and we'll have some fun with it. So we're going to just demonstrate, just so you can see what it looks like, and we'll have some fun with it.
Yeah. So in the class, you're going to be learning how to do self-testing as well as testing on others. Just for the sake of this little video presentation, I'm just going to demonstrate doing a quick little bit of biofeedback, muscle checking on Malcolm here. Just going to borrow this arm if I may. So it's important not to use too much pressure, just a light pressure. You want to go for a hold steady and a let go. So let's just hold steady and then tone that one down. It does let go. That's a specific little technique that you'll be learning in the class on Tuesday, October 1st, just how to calibrate the person that you're working with to make sure that you and that other person have good biofeedback relationship, so you can get accurate results easily without fighting to try and get a response.
Right.
The basic gist is if something is beneficial for the body, you can put the compound on the person's body, and there's going to be an energetic matchup between, let's say here we have an avocado. There's going to be an energetic matchup between what the avocado is and Malcolm's body, and we'll check that. And that holds strong. So the fact we get a strong response on an avocado from Malcolm means that his body is chemically speaking and energetically okay with an avocado.
Yeah.
That might not mean every human on the planet is good with avocados.
Yeah.
And here we have another fairly healthy choice. Look at some carrots.
Carrots, all right.
And carrots, again, Malcolm's body appreciates carrots. Again, we got to hold it strong. Almonds. Almonds are often seen as a healthy food, but not those ones. That creates a stress response, and how it shows as a stress response is Malcolm's arm lets go. So again, it's just showing that for Malcolm, this specific type of almonds is stressful.
Yeah.
Pretty common snack food, just some nacho chips. Again, not beneficial for you. And what's life without peanut butter on bread?
Right.
But perhaps not this piece of bread.
No, that's sourdough. That's sourdough.
So that's a little bit of a demonstration. Again, the purpose of the workshop on the Tuesday is to show you accurate versus inaccurate ways. And there's lots of people out there that have an idea about muscle monitoring, but myself as somebody who's been training people in it for a long time, I can tell almost from across the room if they're getting an accurate reading or not. And a lot of times they're getting a reading, but it might not be center of the bullseye reading. So my objective is to really teach you how to get center of the bullseye readings, how to tune in, how to do good quality self-testing. And there's going to be 2 opportunities that night as well to take your skills and go wandering the aisles of Malcolm's beautiful store down here to see and set priority for what your body could best benefit from all the wonderful healing nutrients that are downstairs in the store.
Yeah, so if that interests you, we'd love to have you guys join us. That's going to be, as Greg's been mentioning, Tuesday, October 1st in the evening. I'll post a link to the details and the registration. You can check it out, and we'd love to have you there. It's a powerful tool, something I've come across, but Greg has a very unique and a nice soft touch. So it'll be good. Get that, like you say, center of the bullseye training to dial it in.
Yeah, becoming familiar with how to do muscle monitoring and or biofeedback within yourself. Again, it's a spectacularly versatile tool for helping guide your way through many situations in life, including nutritional choices. And especially if you have family members, there's a lot of times when we would go looking through a specific book at home, like when our kids were smaller, they're now 18 and 20, when they're smaller.
Yeah.
And children are germ carriers. They go to school and they bring back all kinds of stuff and they catch something, right?
Yeah.
And wondering what in the homeopathy book is going to be the best remedy, what in the herbal book is going to be the best remedy, which of these various conditions in that book that the book is describing is my child experiencing, and then
Right.
of that, what is the best remedy?
Yeah.
And it really does it makes a big difference in family life and personal life. So, and I great joy out of sharing it. So I do hope to see you down here at Light Cellar.
Yeah, I can just, as you're talking about family, I can imagine right now, obviously we have a newborn at home.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely with newborns, I mean, they can't speak. It's a guessing game, right? You're like, okay, is it this, is it that? You're trying to use your intuition, and here's a tool where you can really dive in. And I like that we're going to be learning how to test for others,
Mm-hmm.
right? In case of an infant, the mother, absolutely key.
Just a quick little success story on that. I just had recent, very significant success with a young gal who's now just about 3 years old, but almost from the get-go had severe gastric distress,
Right.
major acid reflux, extremely narrowing spectrum of nutrients that she was able to tolerate, and to the point where was starting to lag behind developmentally her twin sister.
Right.
In a variety of markers.
Yeah.
So through some of the advanced training that I did, cleared the nutrient metabolic pathways, which then enabled that child to now voraciously and eagerly on her own be able to go after a broader spectrum of foods, like we were speaking earlier,
Yeah.
about broadening your spectrum of foods and finding what works for you. So there's lots of potential in this work.
Cool, that's right on. Well, thanks again for coming on, sharing what's possible. And yeah, I'll post down below links. You can come join us here at Light Cellar, learn from Greg directly, the 2-hour deep dive into this most fabulous technique so you can communicate directly with your body, cut out the confusion, and yeah, save yourself a lot of time, heartache, and of course money too, right to the heart of what your body needs and those you love and your family. Thanks for watching.